Prepare your ears, humans. Happy, Sad, Confused begins now.
I'm Josh Horowitz, and today on Happy, Sad, Confused, it's Elizabeth Olsen and Alicia Vikander straight from the Toronto Film Festival. Hey guys, Josh here again with another mini episode of Happy, Sad, Confused from my drab hotel room in Toronto with my blaring air conditioner. Apologies for that, but the good news is I've got a great conversation to deliver to you guys today. This one is with two of our favorites. As I say to them, they're kind of Happy, Sad, Confused all-stars. They're each making their fourth appearance on Happy, Sad, Confused, but this time together, Elizabeth, aka Lizzie Olsen, and Alicia Vikander, two of our best actresses out there. They have teamed up for a new film called The Assessment. It just played at the Toronto Film Festival. It's really great. It does not, as of this moment in time, have distribution. That is going to change because it is a very good movie. It is essentially a three-hander between those two and Himesh Patel, set in the near future about a couple who want to conceive a baby, but that is regulated by the government, and an assessor has to come in, played by Alicia Vikander, to see if they deserve that privilege. It's provocative, it's fun, it's surprising, and filled with three really great leading performances. So that's going to be the topic in hand, but this is, you don't need to have seen the film at all to enjoy this chat, I think. As I said in a separate video, Toronto is a film festival that has such a variety of great films, and this one is kind of more in the Black Mirror-ish vein, the Twilight Zone-ish vein, but says something about our society today, certainly. And it's fun to see genre stuff here just as much as it is to see kind of like the, more awards-baity stuff. Though, I mean, you can give awards for the performances in this. They're fantastic. Toronto has been excellent as always. I've seen so many great previous guests of Happy, Sad, Confused at events, at premieres, at parties. I got a chance to catch up with Barry Keoghan the other night, Nicholas Hoult the other night. I met Christopher Abbott, who apparently is a fan of the show. That made me so happy because he is such an amazing actor and has a lot going on. Hopefully we'll catch up for The Wolfman soon. This is probably my 15th or 16th Toronto Film Festival, and I will keep coming back hopefully for many years to come because the movies are great, the town is great. It is a festival open to the public, and there's so much enthusiasm on the streets of Toronto. And it's just a great city. So this turned into an inadvertent PSA for the Toronto International Film Festival, but if you can make it, it's a good one to go to every September. Reminder, lots of exciting events coming up for Happy, Sad, Confused live events. The big headline is on October 17th. We are celebrating our 10th anniversary, and tickets are now on sale. Can you imagine 10 years of Happy, Sad, Confused? Well, we're trying to celebrate in a big, special way, and we're off to a good start. Two of my favorite guests of all time, Sam Heughan and David Harbour, have agreed to be a part of the festivities. You know those two are fun and special, so they are going to be guests on the podcast, as will, I almost said another name, I can't say that yet. There are other names, there are other exciting names. So more to come on that, but what more do you need than those two to start? October 17th, 8 p.m. It's a part of New York Comic Con, but it is a separate ticketed event. You do not need a pass to New York Comic Con, but you do need a ticket to this event. Tickets are now on sale, so get them while you can. There are a lot of 92Y events coming up in New York. Kate Winslet, Kathryn Hahn, Andrew Garfield, Anna Kendrick, and more to come. So I'm busy. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Happy, Sad, Confused conversations. There's a lot more to come. And I guess without any further ado, I want to toss to myself talking to two of my faves. And this is a fun conversation, whether you've seen the movie or not, about working together for the first time, their commonality in their lives and careers, some fun Marvel talk as always with Lizzie, and more. So without further ado, here is Elizabeth Olsen and Alicia Vikander talking about their new film, The Assessment. Here we go, guys. This is your assessment. Welcome, Alicia, Lizzie. It's good to see you both.
Good to see you.
Having us.
This is like the Happy, Sad, Confused All-Stars. You guys have both, this is your fourth time each.
Oh, it's my, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Neck and neck.
Wow, 8 between us.
Wow. It's a lot of happy, sad, confused photos.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's true. By the way,
I wonder how consistent they are.
you both deliver great happy, sad, confused photos. Don't make it a competition.
Okay.
Unless you want to.
Not with one another. I mean, do I do the same happy, sad, confused
Yeah.
every time is what I'm curious
That's
about.
kind of what I thought.
We'll check the
Yeah.
photos. We'll analyze after this.
Okay, great. Looking forward to it.
The 5th time you get a hat, by the way. So there's
Oh,
an incentive to keep
cool.
coming back.
Like the SNL
Yeah, the
blazer.
jacket kind of
Yeah,
thing,
great.
But I can't afford a jacket, so
Okay.
it's just a hat.
Hats are good.
Yeah. Congratulations on your movie. I was just saying, the world has not seen this movie. I've been privileged enough to check it out. How are you feeling? We're hours away from the premiere at the Toronto Film Festival.
Super excited.
Yeah,
for
really
it tonight.
excited.
And nervous, obviously.
Yeah.
But it feels, we were just talking about, like, it feels like, this film that we did, shot last year in Cologne and Tenerife, and not many people know that we made it. So, yeah, it's an exciting day.
Yeah, and people always ask recently, like, what's your favorite project you've been a part of? And the only thing I can think of is just the projects that haven't been shared with the world because they're still yours.
Right.
Yeah.
And so this has been the thing that I've been really excited to share.
Do you generally get nervous before a premiere? Like, what's the most nervous you've ever been before sharing a movie with the world?
I don't know. I think it's just, I'm that feeling of sharing the movie with the world never really changes, I think.
Yeah.
I kind of have that still. I mean, I'm more happy than, in the beginning of my career, it was just like doing these things. I mean, that was just
Terror.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's like fun.
Good. We've
Yeah.
come a long way.
Yeah.
I'm right now like vacant inside, and will be very nervous. I'm sure I'll be very nervous when it starts. I think there's an adrenaline that happens when it's about to start, and you're there and you're trying to settle into the thing and not think about anything else besides the experience, letting it take over you.
Yeah.
Also, being in a cinema, especially even more nowadays, because I don't know, I blame my 2 children now that I don't have time, but it is a special feeling. Yeah. And then it's one thing to see it there, but to communally experience something, and then obviously something you're in is it's very powerful.
Yeah, we're very lucky to do it.
And what about the role of film festivals in each of your respective careers? I mean, I think I first met you at Sundance, those early years where you were like the queen of Sundance a couple of years. You were killing it, Lindsay, at the independent film festivals. Woo! You had the crown, you had the tiara on. It was a little much, but whatever.
Yeah, no, I didn't wear a tiara. I would never
You
wear
got a tiara, not a hat or a jacket. You got a tiara.
I would never, I would never wear a tiara.
One day you will. One day.
I don't think so.
No. But Toronto's one of my favorites, and do film festivals have a special place in your heart, considering what they've done for your respective careers?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Toronto is incredible because it's like very much a people's festival.
Yeah.
And, they have a lot of screenings. You can see that everyone is walking around with tickets on the street. And, I had that in my hometown in Sweden, the Gothenburg Film Festival. Yeah. And it was like a huge thing every year. Like my mom and I opened the catalog and we like made little stars and you had to go to the ticket office and stand in queue and wait for, it was a big thing. So yeah, for sure. And especially at least my first films that I made, Swedish independent cinemas that no one should be able to see in a way. I mean, it's kind of like, and then, my first international film festival was Busan Film Festival, and I got to go to South Korea and get introduced to Korean cinema and I love them.
What are your memories? I mean, it must have been a big moment for you when those films started to be at those festivals.
I mean, I think the opportunity that festivals create for projects that have no home, it's the system, but it's also the celebration. I think people are trying to genuinely fight for cinema and move it forward and continue to challenge one another. And so you have all of these really interesting, different, there's no thematic consistency. It's people who are really trying to take swings. And I think our film really is trying to do that as well by blending many genres and taking people on a ride that is kind of a mystery. And it's not a mystery. The film's not a mystery, but it's a mystery as to like, you don't know what's going to happen next. You're not ever ahead of the characters. And Yeah, it's a special place, and our film still needs a home domestically, and so all of that's exciting, and there are stakes involved as well.
So here's the tricky part where we decide how much to divulge of this film. But we can say about the premise, and I'm not sure how well I'll do, but let's see if the three of us can coherently convey it. We're set in the near future. There is a couple, you and Himesh Patel, the great Himesh Patel play. You want to conceive a child, but in this future, that is not a given.
It's regulated.
Hence, an assessor comes into the home, played by Alicia Vikander. Do we have it?
That's it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you did a great job.
Whew, I
A
retire.
7-day in-person assessment.
Yeah.
You guys are used to judgment in your lives, sadly. We're all used to judgment. But
Being judged?
I think we
Yes.
all are.
Yes.
I mean, yes. But I think that
Everyone
goes
is.
right now in the
Yeah.
times we're in. Everyone is, kind of.
Yes, and also participating the acting of judging.
right.
Yes,
Yeah.
people are.
Of like trying, am I doing the right thing?
Yes.
Is this what I am meant to do? Are people looking at me?
Yes.
Am I,
Are you in your own heads a lot on that? Are you more chill about it as the years go by, or are you still kind of like constantly thinking, how am I being perceived?
I've made a very clear choice because I don't have any social media
Same. We
at
both
all.
are the same in that way.
So that means, we talked a lot about that. And I mean, it is like, I step into it in one way. I think now I enjoy it. Like I am here and I'm with the film and I love talking about it. And there's been some really sweet people that we met just walking in here. And I think that is, I guess it's also what I think the human mind can kind of cope with. It's there in front of you and it's kind of tangible and real, whilst on phones and screen, it gets tricky, Your brain will play tricks on you.
Right. Yeah. Only one of us is damaged here because they're on social media every day. I need to.
Well, it
there,
also
guys.
is a part of
It's
your
part of life.
active
Yeah.
job.
Sure. No, and it is a drug. It's an addiction.
And I've even
That's-
thought it's part of mine. Like I have really questions. So I really much, I kind of admire a lot of people who can do it.
Yes, I do
You know,
too.
so
And are
so
able to
it's
compartmentalize. Yeah. Right.
So it's nothing of me judging it. It's been.
Yes.
It's almost like I even know had I stepped into the industry now, that's kind of impossible for a young actor.
Right, you have
to
to be
you know.
a certain number of followers.
So
Come on,
I'm like,
guys.
we're part of the old gang.
I know. Feel so lucky for that.
Yeah, so that is one part of it, to be
Yeah.
honest. That we had already created, a person, like a persona line
Yeah.
that
A body of
exists,
work as well. Yeah.
Yeah, body of work. So that's that is the way our society kind of functions and works at the moment.
So when you walk into something like this, it's a very small cast. It is essentially a three-hander. There's some nice supporting performances that pop in as the film progresses. But what do you guys do when you know you're going to act with somebody that you've never worked with before? Is it Googling? Is it asking fellow friends, like, what are they like? Do you vet each other prior to?
I mean, she was attached. Alicia was attached when I read the script. So that was one of the parts, why I was like, I thought you were like kind of perfect for this role, but it was also something new that I kind of hadn't seen that you've done before. And so that was part of it. And then obviously, me being a fan of your work, when you then meet on Zoom the first time, it is a special feeling. And, but I think we, together with Flo, had a really nice kind of connection, even though it is strange. But then we did have at least a bit over a week together. And then we did hang out a lot.
A lot. It
Yeah.
was lovely. I mean, not every job when you're on location, people continue to find time
Right.
and dinners and.
I mean, like our last dinner there, I was really sad to leave you guys. It was like really, and I think, and that is actually one of the things that I love with filmmaking.
Yeah.
Having those experiences. I had a friend who came and visited me early in my career and was like, it's a bit like summer camp. Is this work?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's super long hours and very, hard, but it's like, it's a community that becomes very close for a very short amount of time, and you have this creative, experience together. And then
I mean, I also have to say though, when like you're saying, there's just three of you, I think there's a choice of like when we met on Zoom where there's niceties and politeness, and then there's also the other option which you lead with, which is very disarming, which is just in true honesty
Like, just
of
get super real. Just
gets super real, super fast, and
Yeah.
then we all did, and then we were just there.
Yeah.
And I think that establishes something that's going to also relate to how you're going to work with one another.
Yeah.
Look, there are two categories in life for things you should either take a total crapshoot on or things you really shouldn't. For instance, maybe try the new almond milk or oat milk alternative for your coffee today. Why not? What's the harm? Maybe try that new exercise class you've been hearing all about on Instagram. Totally cool. Here's something that should not ever be a total crapshoot: finding the right doctor. Your health is too important. And with ZocDoc, it's not a crapshoot anymore because you've got more options than you know. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every conceivable specialty: mental health, dental health, eye care, skin care, anything you can imagine. Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments. I've used ZocDoc, and you should too. So stop putting off those doctor appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/happysad to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/happysad. ZocDoc.com/happysad.
did you guys find points of connection besides not being on social media between the two of you? You both have some
Interior design.
interior design.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
She's got some sources. We talked a lot of, she has some good dealers. We talked a lot about interior design.
Really?
Yeah.
Dancing in the background for both of you? Interest in dance? I mean, dancing was a huge part of your life, but you were interested
I could never ever call myself a dancer with her sitting right next to me.
No,
it was
that's
just
so not
It was an
true.
important part of my life for discipline,
Right.
and performance. But
And that's still kind of what it is. That's what I kept until now.
right,
You know, that's, I
but you
think,
were
what that changed.
incredibly skilled. I mean,
you should challenge her to a dance-off and prove
no,
your
thank
superiority.
You. No, thank you. We already know. I mean, have you seen the national video that they made, the film? I mean, it was one of the most beautiful pieces of art I'd ever seen. Like, I mean, it was, and also I should. Maybe I should.
No, you should.
I shouldn't.
No,
Yeah.
you should.
I just felt like
in the film,
the
there's some
role
dance.
of
Yes.
I understood you playing the assessor for many reasons of your previous work, but also that specific art piece was, I felt, a sense of like freedom that we were also seeking within this film.
Yeah.
And
It
release.
was.
There are many points of connection I think an audience will have depending on where they are in their lives in this film. There's one bizarre one that I truly felt in my bones. There's a scene where you're being assessed on kind of putting together a piece of like furniture for the kid.
I grew up in Sweden. IKEA. I tell you, I've had that experience a lot of times.
This is what I'm saying. Like one of the biggest arguments I ever had with my wife was we were putting together IKEA furniture, and I was not good at it, and it got real tense,
That
real
was
fast.
me with an Adirondack chair.
I even sat like 3 hours on the phone with IKEA. I was so mad.
I've been there.
I called them to tell them that. So I put this all together, and turns out it's not going to work because there's one screw missing.
Right.
And I had a fit.
I feel like they
and
do it on
whilst I'm on the
purpose.
phone, I see something on the floor.
Oh no.
Right. That usually is what happens. Who took this thing from my
Yeah,
room?
I was like, who was it?
Are there any banal activities that are off limits between you and your partner because you know, even if it's silly and stupid, this is just not, we don't click on this weird small level?
I can't watch something for the first time of mine with my partner.
Okay.
We have the same thing.
You do?
And it's fun because you do the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think, you're so good, baby, and it's all gonna be fine, And then he's like, no. It's like, it gets really, awkward. I get so nervous.
I'm just thinking about every gesture, every breath, and I'm analyzing their experience instead of watching
I can see
it for
in
myself.
the cinema. I enjoy seeing it with them in the cinema.
but not
then I feel
in
like
private.
proud. No,
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, funny. Okay. We didn't talk. Wait, we also
There you go. You have this too.
more commonalities.
Are there rules on deciding what to watch at home? Like,
It's amazing now. I mean, I've really entered that stage now when I'm going to bed at 9 p.m.
Right.
And I never watch as much TV as I do now
Well,
because I kind of like need that 1 hour
Yeah.
and 2 hours.
2 hours is too much. That makes sense.
What turns your
So-
brain off? What can you click into now? That's
Oh, I was excited about Pachinko season 2.
right. I've heard it's amazing.
Yeah, and it's a series that I felt like a lot of people didn't see.
Right.
Turns out I thought so, but
Yeah.
no. So that was nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you have a comfort?
We
television?
have a never-ending list of films that just will. I mean, we belong to a rental place because a lot of the films we want to watch, we can't figure out how to stream or to buy the DVDs. Like $130.
That is a huge thing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of films that we've been. Because we often do that with friends. We meet people, new people that we haven't met. It's like, is there any film you think that I haven't seen that I should watch?
Yeah, we talked
And then I
about
have a
that too,
list
yeah.
on my phone that I've gathered.
Right.
And my husband has done the same. And then we go home and, we Google the film, obviously find the film when you search for it. And then you can't find it.
Yeah.
You just can't find a way to watch it.
Yeah.
I would pay $25-$30 to pay it on, to
Highest
buy
bidder,
it.
whatever.
Yeah.
I got to get
But
this.
then, so that is a big thing.
Yeah,
And it's like, it shows you that it was like once on Mubi. It was from 4 years ago.
Yeah, or Pluto.
12
you know.
hours on Mubi. You
Or
have to get in that
Pluto
window.
or something. Like whatever, like those there's so, but it often, a lot of the things we want to watch don't exist in a streaming capacity. So we've just decided to start going back to a rental
Analog, good
place.
for- yeah, I love it.
Well, it's the only way we can watch certain things. So anyway, it's a communal decision, you had asked.
Right.
It is a communal decision.
Okay, good. You'll be happy to know I'm catching up with the lovely Catherine Hahn in New York later this week. We're
Oh,
doing,
great. Are they doing press for Agatha?
They're starting. I'm going to do one of my fun live events with her to talk about her show and her lovely career. What's it like for you to see what you guys helped birth, like kind of expand with Catherine?
I mean,
front
I
and
haven't.
center?
I mean, there's. I don't know. I don't even know if I don't even think I have a Disney Plus account. But
I'll loan you my password.
do.
It's okay. Yeah.
I actually borrowed Michael Waldron's password to watch like a sporting event or something. He's the writer from Loki and wrote Doctor Strange. And I was like, you have to have one of these, right? Did they give you one for free? No.
No,
They gave
not
me
part
one
of the
for free
package,
for
yeah.
a year during WandaVision.
That was a big
But like
negotiating
something
point.
was streaming on ESPN and I had to log into Disney Plus, so I asked Michael. It was I was for a sporting event. But I'm really excited for Catherine. That cast is incredibly fun. And I've only heard bits and pieces from them. And Catherine's been so sweet along the way, always sending messages because it seems like there's a presence in some way for her. And so it's, I'm really excited for them.
Is there better casting than our beloved Aubrey Plaza playing
No.
a witch, which
No.
is so close to her heart?
I mean, yeah, she wrote a children's book about a witch, Christmas Witch. Did you know about her children's book called Christmas Witch?
I'm well aware.
Didn't know about that. I will definitely
For
check
the
that
kids,
out.
there you go.
Yeah.
I always love our Marvel conversations because they are just go off the rails in the
I
best
know.
possible
I always
way.
say things I shouldn't say.
No, but it's okay. But here's my only question for you: is so
What
when
advice will I give
no,
someone next? We'll never do that again.
not my fault.
Oh my God, I said the stupidest thing on his show.
I'm gonna Google it
She
now.
keeps going back for more.
I don't know why. I'm always scared because I don't know how to answer any of these
No,
questions.
don't worry.
Okay.
Here's my only question. It's not
Yeah.
getting you into trouble. But like when you saw from afar the Robert Downey Jr. news and all of that,
Yeah.
you had no idea. No one had any idea, or did
I
you
got
have an
a
inkling?
text message from someone saying, "Whoa, that's crazy news," and I was like, "What happened?" And truly assuming that there was some active shooter, violent. That's what you
God.
assume when someone says, "How about that news?"
Right.
And then I found out they were talking about Robert.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, I had no idea." And it was like that.
Right.
That's how climactic
The way
it
of the world
was.
of today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand how they make I don't know how the pie is made. Is that what you say? What do you say is made? The cake?
How the cookie crumbles?
How the
No.
cookie crumbles. How the
No.
cake is made? How the sausage is made.
There it is.
I am a woman of malapropisms, and I'll always be one. So
You got to embrace what you are.
Yeah.
Let's end with the happy, sad, confused, profoundly random questions, which you've answered. So maybe you can help ride shotgun for Alicia here.
Okay, I love shotgun. Thank God.
Dogs or cats? And if your answer's changed, you can also weigh in.
We just had this conversation.
Really? Did I hit a point of a no-go conversation point?
Neutral.
Oh, no. Okay. Longer conversation another time. What's the wallpaper on your phone?
Oh, my son's. Classic.
Classic. Do you ever get mistaken for anybody?
No. I don't think so. No. I don't think so.
Worst note a director has ever given you?
Oh.
There's something in there. There are at least 10 things in there, I feel like. You're
Yeah,
swimming
I mean,
around.
it's like, I'm trying. What did you say? The weirdest?
Or worst. I mean,
The
whatever you
worst.
want.
I mean, it could be both ways, but one more time. I mean, I'm just saying that in times I have a curse. So if you go through my IMDb page,
Yes.
even my team, you know, when they send me a script,
Sure.
they will be like, "Yeah, this is another one of those." So I have a thing that I need to go into cold water at some point in the film.
This has been a motif in the
Yeah,
works
it's
of
like
Alicia Vikander?
I think it's about 96% of the films I've made or something where that happens. And the next one I'm doing in the end of the year, I need to swim in like 3-degree water at some point in the film.
gosh.
And it's like a thing. You did it in the film. So
I did, yeah.
didn't have it to do it.
Yeah.
That was
Swam
like
in-
that's the, like the
It wasn't
ring.
that cold,
Like
but
the
it was
ring.
swimming.
I apologize to you.
I curse
Oh my
you.
God, because I thought when I read the script, I was like,
Surely it's coming.
and I don't need to.
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of soaked, by the way.
Yeah.
Kind of
yeah,
half.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it was bloody cold.
Yes,
It
it
was
was cold.
really cold.
Really cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that
Yeah,
means
so
I
it
was
kind
worried.
of-
I
yeah.
didn't like that.
What's
Yeah.
the recurring motif in your career? What's the thing that repeats inadvertently?
Actually, cold water is one of them. I have been rained on by cold water multiple times. Martha, I'm swimming in a freezing cold September lake and in upstate New York. And I was trying to hold my breath underwater, but it's very hard to do that when you're in a very cold body of water. Right. In Doctor Strange, I was cold and wet, soaking. I'm wet a lot.
Yeah.
And at one point, I've made multiple jokes with the woman that I do most films with, Trisha Sawyer, my makeup artist, and we keep saying like, at what point are we going to do like a Jack Nicholson thing at the end of Witches of Eastwick, where it just becomes feathers at the end, you know? And so I'm just really waiting for like it's always wet and bloody, and then it's like where are the feathers?
Yeah.
Like for the you know.
On Tomb Raider, I actually got like proper hypothermia.
Oh, God.
It was so. It was like, and they had to take me off set and like get the medics in and everything. And then it was like, it was really like the worst. It was not fun. It was not fun. And then they call me up, and I thought, you know, because it became a big thing. I thought it was a joke. They were like, so we did look at the footage, and you know, yeah, we're putting like, you know, a waterfall, a flying plane, you know, things in the image, but then your face is so blue that we can't use any of the footage.
Right.
So I had to reshoot it.
You must have been thrilled. Yeah.
No, it was the worst. I mean, then they had to create it in a studio because I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, no kidding. There's always the question of like, how close can you get the warming tent?
I fell asleep on the ground.
Can't they just change the color temperature on
Yeah.
your blue face
I know,
in the
for
footage?
real. Why
Yeah,
can't
but
they do
that's what I
that?
mean with all the special effects.
Why
and
can't they
stuff.
do
They were
that?
like, no, that's too difficult. We can't, like, that's
Right.
in a
Because it's
close-up.
moving.
Yeah,
Because your
they-
face is
yeah.
moving.
Yeah, they were like, we can't do it.
You can only adjust things that are still.
I have bad news. On the next, on the 5th time, you get a hat, but we also dump water on you, cold water on Happy,
Yeah,
Sad, Confused.
well.
Oh,
so
okay.
this
Goodbye,
is it.
Josh.
Yeah,
It was
Gonna
nice
cancel it.
it was
knowing
nice
ya.
to be here.
It is a pleasure to see you both, always individually, but what a bonus to see you both together. This movie is fantastic. It will get distribution very soon, so hopefully the world at large can see the assessment. Congratulations and enjoy the premiere, guys.
Thank you so much.
We did it. No one got
did it.
canceled. We're okay.
Yeah, we're okay.
I think.
Who knows? You never know what gets
We don't.
gets
We're going to
taken
analyze this.
that people analyze. You never know.
Yeah. No, we're okay.
I think we did a good job.
B plus.
Thank you. Sounds like average, but thank you.
Yes.
You got two perfectionists right here.
There you go.
And so ends another edition of Happy, Sad, Confused. Remember to review, rate, and subscribe to this show on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. I'm a big podcast person. I'm Daisy Ridley, and I definitely wasn't pressured to do this by Josh.